Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to discuss about why you need to start preparing yourself and why you need to start repositioning yourself in this current year, 2026. Because you need to understand that 2026 is going to have a huge change and huge, ramifications as we speak. Because as of now, right now, we see lots of crazy events that has transpired recently. We see, Donald Trump just launched a covert operations at Venezuela's at the capital of Caracas, where they managed, upperhanded or even kidnapped the Venezuela president, Nicolas Maduro, and managed, bring it back to U.S. where he had to face all those trumped-up charges like narco-terrorism and human rights violations. And also, we see what happened to like in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the lady got unalive by those ICE agents due to, let's say, confrontations. And the lady's trying to flee, but the ICE agents end up open fire at them, and then later he passed away. And this goes so that you need to be careful out there. You need to start paying attention, and you need to start becoming very well aware of the situation right now. Because everyone, it's time to wake up. It's time to take initiative. This is not the time to be in complacence. It's not the time to be, just sitting around just doing nothing or just being lazy. Because you need to understand this, that as we going further into 2026, prepare to see lots of crazy events and prepare to face a upcoming crisis that is going to happen real soon. Because right now, in this economy, as we're speaking, it's getting really, really bad. Because I actually saw the videos and read the news articles about, a town in Nebraska where almost a whole town got laid off because, the meat packaging industry, Tyson, just laid off thousands of employees. And that's just going to do a huge damage to the town's economies and their revenues of their taxes, the tax revenue. And this goes so that the layoffs is not slowing down. It's going to accelerate. And also, don't forget that you see lots of AI is going to start replacing many human jobs. One by one, every industry is at risk of losing their jobs to the AI. And we know those people out there, they're really unprepared and they're facing really highly uncertainties about their future and their livelihoods because now it's becoming so harder to find a job those days. Like for me, I don't even bother going to Indeed or LinkedIn just to do the job search because I'm going to have to just, wait it off until things start to recover. Because as of now, I'm going to just, focus on, doing all this, YouTube stuff as a way to, try to boost the YouTube growth. And I'm hoping that in the near future, I can try to make a living off on YouTube if it is possible. Since now we're just getting reports of, I guess some YouTubers are not getting paid enough because due to the current state of economy. Because if economy starts to be at, let's say, a bad state, everyone's going to get affected. And the YouTubers are going to get affected as well. Because look at TikTok. Because I heard many TikTokers, they're just not getting paid at all. Even though you at the, I guess, content creator programs, they're just barely getting paid. And their average salaries or even their pay they usually got is literally like somewhere like 10 or even a few cents. That's just not enough to cover this, the rising inflation economy. Because everything just keep going up. And that's not enough to, to pay the bills. And this is getting bad out there. It's getting rough out there. And this is the reason why that this is the time to start preparing right now. If you're still planning on starting a business or planning on starting a YouTube channel or planning on, if you want to do something to, maybe let's say traveling around the world or even moving overseas, now's the time to do it now. don't wait to the last minute. Because if you do, it's going to be too late. And things are just not going to get better. Everything is keep getting worse. We've seen so many warning signs. We've seen all those bad signs out there telling us that we need to prepare ourselves or we need to get out. Because understand this, the storm is coming. Because right now, those low incomes and the working class, they're already in the storm right now. And the middle class, like me, or even the upper class, we're at the twilight of the storm. We can see the storm clouds. We can hear the thunderstorms and the lightning, all that stuff. Because the storm is moving closely. While the rich people, they don't have to worry about it because they're just further away from the storm. But even the storm starts, coming towards them, they got bunkers and they got, let's say preparation measures to prepare for the worst case scenario if this thing starts to go south. Because now economy is starting to go down the toilet, and we should expect an ongoing political turmoil that's going to get even worse as we get closer to, the midterm elections. And we've seen Donald Trump, he's starting to ramp up more deportations, and he started passing more laws and policies to secure his power as much as he can before, the time runs out, or when the election starts to coming up. Because now Donald Trump, he's getting desperate. And as we get closer, he's always started getting crazier every single day. Because me and my dad, we're just getting tired of Donald Trump with all this, all this rhetorics. And every day we see Donald Trump ends up on the news. And we just couldn't get a break from it. It's just a headache. It is a complete headache that I'm just getting tired of, hearing or even seeing Donald Trump. Because I see enough of his bad actions, what they did to the American people. And now all his bad policies is doing more harm to the American people than helping. Or even that, those bad policies is just totally helping the billionaire classes. Since Trump is a billionaire, so he's helping other billionaires' friends to, to get even more wealthier and to gain more powerful. And that's where you're going to see, the rise of authoritarianism is going to get worse. You're going to see the rise of income equality is going to get even worse. And we're going to see all the, the civil rights and our liberties are going to get stripped away. And this is the reason why that you need to start preparing right now. Because now, start stocking up more food. Start buying more, let's say, survival equipments like solar chargers, or even first aid kits, or even, security measures. Or you need to start securing your resource supplies before, the terror starts to kick in. Since now, we should expect a coming recession that's going to happen. So you better start, saving up. You better start finding, a new jobs or, a side hustles as well. And you need to start, tighten your belt or start cutting back on. Let's say canceling Netflix or even try to reduce payments as much as you can to save money during this, the tough times or even the raining days. Because as harsh as it sounds, I don't think this 2026 is going to be the best year. It's going to be just another bad year, but even that, it's going to be even worse. And also, we should expect that, the worst to come. So this is the reason why that you need to start preparing. Because the storm is coming. And if you don't see the storm, or even or just pretending that the storm is not coming, then you're just totally delusional. And you're just totally out of your mind. Because the storm is coming. Because as of now, at Southern California, it's windy out there. Because, a few days ago, we have rain. And plus, we got lots of rain. And we get so much rain that it literally, almost, addressed the drought problems already. So we have enough to, get through the drought during the summertime. So this goes to show that even though it is the worst time, or we have to face the bad times, as we're speaking, but I can give you some good news. Even though it's really bad, but we still can get through this together. because there is still light down the tunnel. Because once the dust settle, maybe like let's say maybe like few years, maybe like 2027, 2028, or even the 2030s, once we get through this, I guess the fourth turning crisis, like we're in a crisis mode right now. So once the dust settles, we're going to have a prosperity. We're going to have a new highs. And there's going to be more economic opportunities that we can leverage so we can have a better life for ourselves and for, the better, I guess, a better future for all of us. So yeah, that's all I have to say. So this is the reason that you need to start preparing and you need to start, getting your ducks in order or getting ducks in the rows, and you need to get your life in order. Because what I'm actually doing right now is I'm just to start buying those, survival gears, and I also start, throwing stuff out that I actually don't need, so I can make my room, I guess, not just emptier, but more organized, something like that. So I can have, better mindsets and better, organize myself. So, yeah. So for all that been done and said, so for that, so if you like my videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, or even ask questions. So for that, I will see you later. Goodbye.